Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Mastering Darkness with Doomepitaph. Okay, so today I'll be running up to floor 49 and hunting some carbon fiber again. Still need a lot of carbon fiber for just about everything. Let's check the daily hernia offer. Not amazing. Hey guys, what's up? I was wondering whether or not to even stream today. Like, my laptop just crashed before starting the stream, and it's got me in a bit of a down mood. So, as you can see, the bobslayer is what I've been upgrading. I need some carbon fiber to upgrade that. Got a decent amount of milk 44CE, purple. Good amount of special steel. I actually got a lot of special steel from the hernia. I got a ×5 offering. Well, it was running yesterday and it just hard crashed. The screen went black. It made this little buzz noise. The screen went black, and I didn't start it back up until today. And now it's in a restart loop, where I get this blue screen that says your computer needs to restart. We're gonna send a problem report and restart the computer. And yeah, it keeps restarting, and then I keep getting a blue screen, and then it's in a restart loop. So yeah, no idea how that's gonna end. It's kind of bad too, because it's been kind of a long time ago since I've backed up all my files. So it's bad timing. It's a laptop. It's an Asus. Relatively new. I've only had it for like a year and a half or so. I mean, I hope it manages to start back up, because otherwise I'm gonna lose a lot of stuff. So yeah, E3 happened, and games were shown off. People were disappointed in some things, happy about others. I've noted down a short list of things that have caught my eye from the E3. I think I'll go over them quickly. Now that we're still pretty early in the stream. So from the Xbox conference, there was a new Lara Croft, Dying Light 2, Cyberpunk 2077 from the guys from behind Witcher 3, CD Projekt Red, looks to be quite promising. The Doom Eternal, which I'm hoping is going to be good, not like Duke Nukem Forever. Fallout 5, people have mixed feelings about that one. They're not sure about the always online, and the being able to nuke things from a distance might mess up the lore. Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield, which is like a new IP. People are excited about. Elder Scrolls 6 is probably still a ways away, but at least we know they're working on it and not just focusing on that silly MMO. I don't trust opening my laptop up, Mohammed. I'd probably mess something up. For Honor. I don't know. Isn't it Fallout 5? Fallout 76. Have there been that many Fallouts? Surely not. It's the fifth Fallout, right? But yeah, Fallout 76. Don't know why they call it 76. Is it because it's like 76 years after the vault? After people went into the vaults? I don't know. I don't know anything about the lore of that game. The only Fallout that I've played is Fallout 3, and I didn't get far. There was too much weird micro-managing of systems, and I don't know. I felt lost in that game. I didn't know how to deal with the just like the complete leaving you to your own devices in Fallout 3. Like, you can craft a bunch of things, but you don't know where to get any of the materials. You run into enemies that are way too tough for you. And yeah, I don't know. In games like Dark Souls, I don't mind being left to your own devices because, you know, it's kind of a linear situation. But in open world games like that, I often manage to seriously screw up in open world games. Yeah, so they're calling it 76 because it's before the current games. Well, from all those I mentioned, Dying Light and Cyberpunk are most interesting to me. I haven't played the most recent Doom. Fallout 4 was better? Well, I did like Skyrim, so if the next Elder Scrolls game is good, that'll be something to look forward to. For the Sony conference, they showed more Death Stranding, I guess, cutscenes. A little bit of gameplay. They had Shadows Die Twice, Ghosts of Tsushima, and Resident Evil 2 remake. Those are all quite interesting, actually. Death Stranding the most, of course. No idea when Death Stranding is going to be released. Like, there was so much games shown, I don't remember any of the release dates. I just know there were some that were going to release the beginning of next year. Don't know which ones though. I'm terrible at remembering names and dates.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Shadows Die Twice is, I guess, the next Dark Souls. But it's gonna be Samurai Souls. And Ghost of Tsushima seems also pretty cool, with samurais, but more realistic. Resident Evil 2 remake could be good. Then Square Enix, they had Monster Hunter World times Final Fantasy collaboration going on. That's just gonna happen for free. It's gonna be a free update in Monster Hunter World. Final Fantasy, well, I don't really play Final Fantasy anymore, but it's a good MMO. What else am I gonna use? Yeah, probably the same as usual. Giant Killer, Poison Eater, and Giant Killer again.
Are you 100% sure?
Actually, I'm not 100% sure. How many Giant Killers do I have? I thought I was going to try something new. What was that last week? I may try to do the next run with a new character that I've created, a new fighter. Yeah, I'm gonna have to purchase another Giant Killer. Come on, let me out. Yeah. Took a while for him to realize that he's on that he's on that blue screen again. Chemo oil?
Without mushrooms, there's no glory.
You mean chemsynth? How can you not farm it? The best place to find chemsynth, if you ask me, I'd go the all materials route. I'd go Wadachi, Soku, Mayari, Duami. It's either that or go all the way up to Fuwa, I think. Fuwa's the oil-only reward room. There is, however, like only one oil-only floor on the way there, so you might be quicker to just farm the all materials route. Yeah, I hope it's still there. I wouldn't know how to open it up and work on it though. Yeah, I usually don't open up computers. I don't know anything on the technical side of computers and laptops. Right, gonna install that last decal that I purchased. I keep on purchasing a decal and then forgetting to install it.
Are you sure?
Here we go. Yeah, I've already done a bunch of runs to floor 49 and not got anything out of it.
Come again.
So I'm not expecting fiber today, which is unfortunate. I've mentioned it recently to people in the comments about how they really should stop with the making materials this ridiculously rare in Let It Die. Like, I think you're far more likely to get people returning to the game, because people are already, of course, dropping it for a while and then returning every now and then to see how things are going and what's new. But I think you will get far better people returning if you actually have fun content, versus having content that is so ridiculously grindy that people will just not be able to leave because they'll never achieve what they set out to achieve. Like, all I want to do is get the boss layer upgraded one more level, and I'm not finding that single material that I need to get it done. It's really bad. Yeah. More chance of finding fun fungus than carbon fiber. I mean, not really. But yeah. I know I used to find fungus quite regularly on Tengokuji, the floor with the Night Riders, back when it was still not like ultra rare, when it was just normal rare. You know, it would still be kind of rare, but farming the Night Riders I did find a decent amount of fun fungus before they nerfed it, of course. What am I gonna use? The hockey stick, the crusher, and some other stuff. You can't defeat the enemies. It's been upgraded to +4. Well, the enemies are ridiculously tough on those floors. I guess you should make the new fighter they give you, the 6-star all-rounder, to start going up. If you watch my first streams of the 40+ content, you'll see the strategies that I use. I go pretty tanky. I think I use 2 defense increasing decals, a health recovery decal like Vampire or Poison Eater, and then like, I don't know, I may go, I think I go with just one giant killer. I don't remember. I might go with 3 damage decreasing decals. You know, it's probably 2 enthusiasts and that one collaboration decal, Kali Angel, which allows you to survive 1 fatal blow. Anyway, yeah, this is the situation I'm gonna use. Might as well put that away. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that'll do. Huh. Yeah, that's definitely something to bear in mind. Then it's difficult for me to judge since I've followed the progression line of the game has followed so far, so I had more than enough gear already prepared for reaching, I guess, the 6-star enemy hater release. I already had white steel gear made to deal with that nonsense. Alright, throw you away. I'll just eat you guys. I think I'm good to go. Just need to bring out the live stream and I'm good. Yeah, the chest drops in Nightmare. If you're wondering, the details about the Forceman events, you can look those up on the official site. They tell you the days that they're up, the challenge costs, and the blueprints that'll drop. But for white steel, I believe it's the legs, the hats, and the spike crusher weapon that drop on hard mode, and the static massager and the chest blueprint that drop on nightmare mode. Alright. Don't have enough kill points to get up there. I guess I'll sell something.
Welcome.
Yeah, the computer is still in its recycle, what am I saying? The restart loop. It never ends. Don't know if it's bad for it to have it restart over and over again like that. It's not making any noise. What am I gonna sell? Yeah, might as well sell you.
Thanks.
That'll do. Oh, there it goes.
Come back anytime.
Well, my other laptop crashed once and I thought it was gone for good. And then weeks later I tried to start it back up again and it did start up again properly and it's been working ever since. So hopefully this one is not gone for good. I would be quite unhappy if that were the case. What did I get that death metal for? Oh, Fun Fungus. What? Weird, where did that come from? Fun Fungus login bonus. I definitely have to log into my Let's Play account and check that out. Chest blueprint drops only on Nightmare. Okay, what's that about? I'm gonna check the mail and see what Captain Yotsuyama's got to say about that. Knight Rider's equipment issue. Oh. Weird. Is anyone else seeing that? There's like white text over the blue text on the first line. It says issue. There was an issue preventing users from being able to research and development the Knight Rider's equipment from event into the pit. On the second tier, the items below have been sent to your reward box for compensation. 1 death metal and a fun fungus. Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check out my Let's Play account to get that, especially the death metal is huge. In fact, after the stream I'll probably be joining this war, because it looks like we're winning against Colombia. So yeah. Okay, we've got to do some more management, get this situation ready. Get rid of all this stuff. Why didn't you get it? I may actually not get it on my Let's Play account. It's the same as when something went wrong with the cost of Spy Crusher. Like the Spy Crusher used to cost more than 500,000 initially, and that was wrong. So anyone who purchased the Spy Crusher for 500,000 got refunded. Anyone who didn't purchase the Spy Crusher didn't get refunded. So it depends whether it's relevant to you or not, Mohammed. You may not have upgraded the armor. Like I didn't either upgrade it completely.
Oh, it's you.
Have a quick look how far I upgraded that stuff. So I've got the Knight Armor ZX. The Knight Leggings I haven't even started. And the hats. I've also got the hat. So I started on the legs, what do I say? I started on the hat and the chest. So maybe you have to have started upgrading the armor for it to count you as you know, a recipient of the compensation. All my decals, I got all the decals from this lady. I throw kill coins at her, and then sometimes I get good decals. Lately, the chance of getting good decals has gone down significantly towards the start of the game. I believe that they tweak the drop rate. I'm pretty sure back when the game first launched, if you spent as much kill coins as I've spent, that you would definitely have a lot of really, well, most if not all of the 4-star decals. I may not have started that on my Let's Play account either, so, but then he's still got some fun funguses from the what was it, 4 million download event. It was either that or the New Year's event. I don't know, there've been so much just random events going on. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, the Defender decals for TDM. Well, what makes matters only worse lately is that there's so much TDM decals going on. And whenever they do add new decals, they all seem to be 3-star or 4-star. So they just keep on increasing the pool of 3 and 4-star decals. Yeah, I'd say it's not really that easy to get decals, the good ones anymore, unless you drop death medals on them. You spend death medals too. I'm still missing a couple of really important ones. Mainly the damage dealing ones is what I'm missing. I haven't got Barbell, Serial Killer, and what else? Legendary Hero. Yeah, those are 3 important damage dealing 4 stars that I haven't got. There are people who have multiples of those. And yeah, I don't know. A while ago I asked HNK Savior how, you know, how difficult it was for him to get those 4-star decals, and you can check out his channel. He shows off decals that he gets. Every time he gets a new decal, he shows them, shows a video of it on YouTube. And lucky first room here, getting a snail so early. That's a sign of good luck, I see it as. Okay, you're in the right slot. Very nice. I probably don't even need any other materials. It's just carbon fiber that I need, so I could just ignore everything except for, I guess, good mushrooms and beasts. Oh, hello. Fancy meeting you here. Don't you dare. Okay. That Kama Sky well handled. Yeah, the Kama Skies are really annoying. I think the Spike Crusher really needs to be fully upgraded to do well on these floors. The problem is, in Let It Die, most enemies are resistant to blunt. In a sense that most armors in the game have a weakness to poison, or what am I saying, to slashing. They either have a weakness to slashing or they have no resistance to slashing. It's only the Candlewolf armor that is resistant to slash, and most other armors are weak to slash. So the slashing type weapons are the ones to be bringing up here. Unfortunately, there's no good slashing it's no good slashing Forceman weapon. So that's why for a Forceman weapon I bring the Speeder. Of course, these guys usually get one shot since they're hated fight. I don't think so. Some blueprints are much rarer than others. Like you've got the, what's it called, the Steel Soldier armor, I think. I think it's called Steel Soldier. It's the coolest looking low tier armor, in my opinion. It's the one with the apron in front and the backpack. That looks like, I don't know, a TV or a radio or something. Yeah, some armors are just much more rare than other armors, hard to get. Is that the tier 4 rocket launcher? Reversal. That's fine. Come on, laptop. Yeah, I really hope it pulls through. And I know what I'll be doing this weekend when it finally does. Is working on my backup. Here's a chem synth. Don't know about the mushrooms I've been finding. They're pretty bad. Of course we got fire. We're cooking. Yeah, the comms guys are annoying, but I'm gonna try and play better against them one-on-one. I'm gonna focus on rolling, waiting for them to go out of ammo, and then counter-attacking. I'm not gonna let them play around with me this time. In a group, I'm probably still gonna get my ass kicked though by the comms bastards. Hello, Jessirand Lima? Right, that's the wrong way. Yeah, I hope I find some carbon fiber today. I'm gonna do 2 runs to 449 and then I'm gonna call it because I still have to participate in the war on my Let's Play account for those death medals. Yeah, Let It Die is becoming a little bit unfun, gotta say. Like when you actually get things, when you put the time in, when you spend time grinding, looking for materials, doing whatever, when you make progress, it doesn't matter, you know, how long it takes, or it doesn't matter how difficult the grind is, as long as there's progress. But spending an afternoon running up to floor 50 over and over again and not finding a single of the material type that you need just because they nerfed the drop rate through the ground, so you just don't find it, that's not fun. Like, not getting any progress in the game makes you wonder after you turn off your console, why did I even waste the time on it today? Is the question, especially because there's so much other games out right now. And Let It Die's games as service model can't really compete with other games that are just providing a better service. Get smushed. I know I complain about it every time, every stream. I'm like, please just give me the material I'm looking for. I mean, I'm gonna spend hours looking for it. I know where it is. It's just not appearing. That weapon. What a joke weapon. Whoa, watch out. Awesome. I've got to say, apart from the crappy drop rate, so far we've got a pretty good start to the run. Already found a healing snail. We're on some decent floors. I've been fighting okay. Not getting our ass kicked quite yet. I started talking about the E3 games that were coming out. There's a couple more I haven't mentioned, but I'll go over them whenever I've got a free moment. What was that? Oh, another healing beast. Actually, there we go. Don't know if those quests are ever gonna get done on this account. Oh my god. Success! Yeah. Found one. What the hell? That's rare. When was it? Where? Friday today. God. Was it this Wednesday? It was either this week Wednesday or last week Sunday. It was after I fought Palewind that I went farming for carbon fiber. And I swear, I did 6 runs in a row and there was not even the slightest hint of carbon fiber anywhere. And now I start streaming and there's carbon fiber. I don't know, man. There's someone watching me turning up the numbers. What else is a good find? Unfortunately, it costs 5 carbon fiber to get that thing fully maxed out. So that is, I'm gonna take a hit to my carbon fiber. That's all I've got to upgrade the bobslayer to maxed. I don't know. I wouldn't say that, but it's like I've been joking that there's like this one decal that I didn't want to get on my Let's Play account, and I was under the impression that for the, what was it, 4 million downloads, there was this special event where you got one chance at a guaranteed 4-star decal. If I knew that you had infinite attempts, if you could just spend infinite amount of death medals on it and they would all be 4-star, I wouldn't have considered it a special thing to do, and I probably wouldn't have spent the death medals on my Let's Play account to go for it. But I did, and it was literally the only decal that I didn't want to get on my Let's Play account because I wanted it on this account, the legendary hero. And I've always been worried about spending a lot of kill coins on the mushroom stews on my Let's Play account, just because I got a feeling they're going to give me stuff that I really want on this account, and I've just not gotten so far. Like Barbell, for instance. I'm going to get all the important damage increases on my Let's Play account, where I'm not necessarily going to make the best use of them. Who is this? Henry? It's not Thomas. Thomas is blue. Is Henry green? I don't know. Anyone watch Thomas the Tank Engine? I'm gonna refill my drink. Yeah, it's people on Monster Hunter World are calling it the desire sensor. It's like the game knows what you need and they'll give you everything except it. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, it is an endearing show, and also, you know, when it comes to media, when it comes to TV shows, they really don't make them like they used to. It seems the world is becoming overly political correct, you know? People just don't dare to make jokes and have fun anymore. While, you know, the old movies and the old series really did still know how to have fun. So, yeah. Hello? Of course that wasn't gonna work. Press X to do Frankensteiner. And then he's standing in the tunnel that's as tall as him. Yeah, I'm gonna manage to jump on top of him. It's the same with Monster Hunter. And shooting the, what's it called? Cluster. The cluster bomb. I've whiffed on that so many times. because of monsters standing in corridors or tunnels, and it only shows you the projected, you know, destination of the shop if it has a free arc in the air without anything getting in its way. And pretty often things get in its way. Most annoyingly is when other flying little beasties get in the way. Alright. Yep. That was a cool engine. Yeah, it was very a very proud engine. Boink. But you could count on him when the chips were down. Excuse you. Ah, look at that stupid damage. Should I bring this weapon with me and kick ass like you kick ass? I know he's got a poison weapon and I could use my poison eater to get poisoned by it, but I don't really trust him to not just completely BTFO me with his blasty weapon, because you saw I took more than half my health from one hit. Though I do have a pill bug, so I can rebuff my my confidence buff, my life stream. Has anyone else got that? That when you lose your resurrection buff, that you kind of, you know, play worse? I do better when I've got the buff active, because then I feel like I can take more risks, and quite often those risks pay off. But then when I lose the life stream buff, I don't feel like I can take any risks. I play more conservatively, and then they, I don't know, I think they psychologically manipulate you, those enemies. They play mind games on you. Get poisoned again. I need a fire source. I need someone to drop a fire weapon for me. This is something I never do, by the way, pick up birds without cooking them. Birds are just too annoying to deal with without a fire weapon. I don't even mind stomping on turtles 5 times to catch them. But birds, no, I'm not going to deal with them. Especially if you're wearing any non-forceman armor. Because you stomp on them and then they do like a triple hit combo against you. And I don't want the stupid the stupid critters to do armor breakage on me. I don't want to have to worry about durability fighting critters. So I usually just avoid birds if I don't have a poison weapon. What am I saying? If I don't have a fire weapon on me. Is that the way? That is the way. This has been a cloth only floor. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. Besides, I've already picked up 1 piece of carbon fiber. I think the odds of finding 2 carbon fibers on the same floor astronomically not in your favor. Okay, while we're loading, carry on with the E3 situation. So Square Enix had Babylon's Fall, as well as the Monster Hunter World crossover Final Fantasy, which is no like really big news, but Babylon's Fall did look interesting. It had, I don't think they showed much of it, just like a screenshot or something, but it looked like a Souls-like game. like with the medieval knights and castles and things. I like the medieval setting and the armored knights much more than samurai. Don't ask me why, but I don't know. I'm tired of the samurai Japan setting. So then you had Devolver. They had an interesting thing going on. I don't know if they did any games, but oh yeah, there was that one mech game that made everyone angry. Yeah, I like their social commentary. The Devolver. It was really wild and wacky. It reminds me of what PlayStation does with its new console releases. If you look at old PlayStation ads for their console releases, they've always been really crazy. And I think that's pretty awesome. What else was there? Electronic Arts also exists and did a conference, did a presentation. Yeah, it was funny to see people cheering for EA whenever they said there were no loot boxes for this game, and then they cheered. And then they did a they made some game have a battle royale mode, and then people booed. And I wonder if they even care about that feedback. Often developers, I don't know, they get ideas in their head, like where they're doing good and they're making a good product, and they won't take any feedback, or they won't believe any feedback they get, even from their large base. A large group of fans say, no, we don't want this shit, and their response is they're trolls or they're just haters. And then I'm thinking, okay, but you know, you could at least respect them a little bit. They're buying your games. You're supposed to try and make them happy. Thank you. I got a fire weapon, but that's okay. What else did they do? Anthem. More scenes from Anthem. I don't think we learned much more than we already knew since before. What the hell kind of creature is this? Oh jeez, it's one of that nonsense situations. Ooh, yeah, oh, Thank you, eh? Take this. Armor breakage. Don't know if I'm gonna do a dent in this armor though, it's like stupidly resistant. I'll punch you till your armor breaks. You glow in the dark armored alien creature. Excuse me. Yeah, actually. I wonder if Tier 5 is going to get more durable. I like the idea of them adding things in the game that have more durability than things we have seen so far. I really like it. And a lot of people have suggested for me to pick up that Arahabaki, you know, rogue alien glow-in-the-dark armor. I'm not a huge fan of the way it looks, and that's why I haven't gotten it. But if it was any armor that I did like the look of, then I probably would have picked it up and leveled it up. To the best of my ability, of course. depending on how easy it is for me to find the gear that costs upgrade. Resources, I mean. The shooter class quests. Yeah. It's on my channel if you're interested in seeing that. I did a stream of the shooter quests. I recommend doubling down on what am I calling? Legendary gymnast. I call it professional gymnast. Double down on the professional gymnast. Actually, they should make a decal legendary gymnast minus 100% dodge, stamina use. But no, just double up on the blue gymnast decal, and that'll make that it costs no stamina to dodge. And whenever you go up against Kamas guys or any kind of shooty enemies, just do this a bunch against them. Like there's a Kamas guy standing here, aiming at you in this direction, and you're standing over here, and then you just, every time he starts shooting, you just like dodge, just spam the dodge button back and forth like this. Why back and forth? So you don't wander off too far away from him, because you want to make sure that after he's shot 4 or 5 times and starts reloading, you can dodge right in and punish him for reloading. Cool. Excuse you. Did you just blow yourself up? I think you were talking to yourself then. What else have we got then? No loot boxes. Yeah. That's good. They're learning. Excuse me. Oh yeah, another thing about the Spike Crusher. You need to master the delay attack. No, you don't. It's one of those delay weapons. There's quite a few weapons in the game that have a 3-hit combo, and their 3rd hit changes into something else if you delay it. And it really just takes a bit of practice. Not much, and it is really easy to pull off once you get used to it. After the 2nd hit, you just have to let the mace linger for like a second after the swing. So linger and then strike. So yeah, you press the attack button after it's been hanging out there for a minute, and then you do a 3rd attack that is much more effective than the normal 3rd attack of the combo. The normal 3rd attack is just a bit of damage, bit of AoE, but the delayed 3rd attack, it has knockdown and AoE that actually travels further forwards than the usual AoE. So if they manage to kite out of the way of the attack, you may even hit them with the splash damage after their 3rd attack, while you would otherwise miss them with this splash damage. I wanted to show it off, but you know, be defensive. Seriously. Yeah, whatever. Guess I'll heal up a bit. The Last of Us? I never played the first Last of Us. The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 3. It's like the never-ending story. The never-ending story 2. Or, I don't think there is a never-ending story 2. But there is a Final Fantasy 15. And then the joke writes itself. You know, there have been people saying there's nothing final about it, and it's true. It's just a funny name, calling your game Final Fantasy and then making 50 of them. Wow, I have 50 Final Fantasies. Each one was the last. Excuse me. Why not? So yeah, for EA, Anthem still exists. We're reminded it still exists. I don't know about that game. Is it an online co-op multiplayer shooter? Is it versus? Is it a team-based shooter? Is there a single player? I don't really know much about Anthem at all. I'd really only play it if it had single player. I'm not very big on multiplayer team-based shooter. They did have a game that was another interesting looking one though. Sea of Solitude from EA. You missed. Get squished. Might as well take the sniper rifle. I haven't been finding any other decent weapons. Might find a use for it. Okay, so this is the aluminium only floor. Geo, don't need it. Need the other exit. Golden rat. Gamble shroom. I'm gonna take a gamble. See what we get. Frogify. Unfortunate. And that leaves Nintendo. I mean, there's probably more that I'm forgetting about. But Nintendo, they went way too long about the Smash Brothers. I never played Smash Brothers. There's a couple of interesting things though. They're doing some kind of subscription-based situation where you get a lot of easier access to a lot of games. Don't know about that though. It might be expensive being subscribed to multiple consoles. They did one thing that was really cool though. They released Hollow Knight on the day of their E3 presentation. And Hollow Knight is a really nice indie title. A really well made, polished game. Okay, gotta take that guy seriously. So yeah, I got it for the Switch. It was out the day they announced it. Okay, one more or two more. Okay, got him. Let's pay attention there. The crossbow guys are some of the most annoying in the game. Especially this one. Because he puts pressure on the player with the crossbow, range damage, and you can't really get in close to do anything about the crossbow because he's got that stabby weapon that you also don't want to get hit by. And they both they come out very quickly with very little you know, what do they call that, projection, very little telegraphing. Engine part, not interested. So yeah, Hollow Knight, very charming little game. Been playing that a bit on the Switch. I think that console is gonna get, you know, a lot of love from developers. Already seeing a lot of people supporting it. I think it's probably something worth picking up if you're interested in getting a handheld. I've got the PS Vita and the Switch now as handheld consoles. The Nintendo Switch, actually my first non-Sony platform. I've bought since forever ago, actually. Since the Game Boy Color. Okay, this is the way to go. I don't even know why I pick up these cat eye shrooms. Do I need them on this? Nah, I probably don't need them on this account. Don't even know if I need them on my Let's Play account. Probably not. Off we go. Yeah, I don't know what you'd compare Hollow Knight to. I guess it's a... what would it be? A cross between Spelunky, in a way, and Castlevania, like Symphony of the Night. Like, it's definitely a Metroidvania style, with a large open world and a lot of backtracking. Well, not open world, but, you know, a large world where you can go all kinds of places, and you've got a map that fills up slowly, and you have places where you can't traverse further because you're missing certain abilities and such. It's just very well made. It's extremely polished, beautiful art style. Very good game. And I like these surprise releases where they're like, oh, by the way, tomorrow the game comes out. Like they did with Monster Hunter World. I started nothing. Oh, nice one. Do it. Do it. Do it worse. Alright. Lucky me that they're all hater-fied. There we go. What else did Nintendo do? Fire Emblem, Octopath Traveler, then Crash Insane Trilogy, Wolfenstein 2, Smash Brothers, a lot of that. Octopath Traveler looks interesting. Damn, the laptop is still on its recycle loop, on its restart nonsense. I wonder if that armor is resistant to blunt. Probably is. Yeah. You see, those weapons do the same amount of damage, roughly. I guess the Spike Crusher even does 50 more damage than the Murderous Hockey Stick. But just the fact that so many haters are weak to slashing makes that the Hockey Stick is often more useful than the Spike Crusher. Fungus. Nope, no fungus in the fountain. I hear rats. It might be golden, but I don't care, because I've got too many golden rats already. I guess a couple of things the Spike Crusher really does have going for it is the... Whoa, hello. Come on, man. It's the range of the swings. I have one of those. There we go. So yeah, its range is a plus point, and knockdown ability. Oh, empty. got poisoned. Oh man, I've got way too many golden rats. I think I'll just kill these. Try. Come on. No, there's no multiplicity going on. It really is just additive. So whenever you reduce something by a percentage, it's you know, a flat percentage, and again, if you add the same thing, it's the same. Like you can reduce the cost of equipping any gear to 0 stats requirements if you double down on the discount decals. So if you want to wear like the most difficult weapon to equip for strength or dex on a 1-star fighter, you can if you just have a premium discount. So then you can stack the premium and non-premium discount, or whatever the stat requirement is for that weapon, and equip it. Like a 1-star fighter can equip the red napalm gun max level if you double down on the dex discount, because it reduces the cost to 0 stat requirement, because it's a minus 50% stat requirement, and then another minus 50. It's a minus 100% stat requirement, so no stats are required. Hey, you're susceptible to poison. I wish I had poison. Yeah, it's really good. You should definitely make use of that. Like, I don't do it, but you can sprint forever if you equip a marathon runner and a marathon runner premium. Then you'll never lose stamina while running, which is kind of ridiculous. But because of the I guess because of the skill shroom costs to get the non-premium marathon runner, I never stack the marathon runners. I have a marathon runner and a sprinter, because I can stack them. They're both premium, so they won't cost me any resources to equip, and the one reduces it by 30%, the sprinter, and marathon runner by 50%, so that's an 80% cut to stamina costs while sprinting. But also it's 80% quicker fatigue recovery when you do get out of stamina. So yeah, for farming that's just amazing. You'll often see me running around using sprinter plus marathon runner. You've only got 2 decals to reduce stamina loss. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, decals are rare and they're important. Their effects are so important, but they're so rare. Like, hello, what are you after? Let's get wrecked. Like, even just giant killer. I feel like we're living in a time where I can't even say you should have giant killers on you, because people might have trouble finding giant killers. The pool of available decals is just so large right now, and yeah, the decals in there, some of them are so important to get. It's silly. You know what I would do with this game? I would bring the drop rate back to what it was at the start of Battle to the Top. The mushroom nerf, acceptable. I'll live with that. But I would bring back the kill coin mushroom decal drop events, you know, where you could actually get the the rare, well, you could get those specific decals at a higher drop rate on the event for the normal skill points too. Because now it's only for the death medals too, and that really makes the game feel pay to win. But it's not just that. There's just so much, you know, like, it's like, how do we get people to keep playing this game and paying longer? Well, just make everything ridiculously difficult to get. And then I'm thinking, okay, you know, if the main gameplay was fun, then sure, make it as difficult to get as you want. Like comparing the game to Monster Hunter, hunting the monsters is an experience in and of itself. It's a fun aspect of the game. It's got its own level of enjoyment. So even if you don't get the rewards you're after, you're still having fun in a fun and challenging gameplay. But this, what I'm doing now, I mean, I enjoy the grindiness of this 2 floor 50 runs. If I would get rewarded for it, I would enjoy it more. But doing this and just not getting rewarded for it at all really leaves a sour taste in your mouth, you know? Like, you wonder why you even bothered in the first place. And this is a dangerous trap, I guess. With the hater hiding behind the boxes. I've lost a death metal here before. Having that being, this guy was lucky. If it was a bowling crusher guy, I may have been screwed. Well, I don't know, Mohammed. I don't know. I think a lot of people have just given up on the game completely. And for good reason. What is this? A cloth-only floor? I mean, I checked my roadmap, but it's on my laptop, but my laptop is screwy right now. I just have to find one material and figure it out. I think it's a cloth-only floor, but I can't remember seeing materials. So I might be mistaken. They have got the balance wrong, is the problem. The balance between fun, involving gameplay, and then you put the bullshit in, you know? People can deal with a little bit of bullshit as long as the rest of the game is fun. Like, I can't imagine anyone on the development team playing Let It Die in its current state and being able to, with a straight face, honestly say they enjoy it as it is. Like, and then you just have to ask the question, okay, but what's your goal in the game right now? What is there to do? And then they're saying, upgrade shit, you know? Upgrade gear. That's what's theirs to do. Because, you know, there's no new bosses, no new floors. I love how the pork chopper, forgot the name of the weapon, but he showed it to me. Look, pork chopper plus. I love how the pork chopper's first attack leaves you just wide open. You're glued to the floor on this attack, so you can just get out of range, wait till you know that they're out of the proper timing to be able to hit the combo, because you can delay the hell out of that one. Oh yeah, this one also has a, I guess, a hidden delay attack, where if you delay it for a second, you get that crazy downward slash that even jerks the camera around a little bit. This is how fun this used to be, being able to poison everyone and kick their ass. This would be an ideal candidate if I had a poison, what I'm saying, fire weapon, to burn his arm off a little bit. I hate fighting the defenders with defensive greasy decals. Yeah. That is for sure. The jackals are really a proper sign of what's to come in the, you know, the ridiculous grindy loop. And it's really just to keep people busy. It's busy work. Hey, you're also not hardcore, I realize. Oh, come on. Oh, you're reloading. Cool. Yeah, it is all just busy work at the moment. I wonder when they kind of stepped away from their vision of adding floors regularly, a whole bunch of floors. They may have made a mistake with Forceman and Forceman armor. Just I think they fell into a weird trap with the Forceman because they wanted to stretch out the content, but at the same time you're also keeping people locked to a certain progression level. Like, no way they could add floors which had higher level enemies and you could have like higher tier fighter while the Forcemen were still being released and you had a level of you know, I guess the Forceman had a level to him. Like, this is so many stars, so much defense you can expect, and they planned for them all to be on the same tier of difficulty, you could say. Okay, so I guess we're heading back. I haven't seen any carbon fiber. Don't think I'm gonna see it. On this floor, I mean. So yeah. I don't know when, but at some point they made a conscious decision to keep people in limbo as we are. Yeah. But my argument is, why do you need 4 different types of Forceman gear? Can't you just get one Forceman armor set and level it up? Aren't you strong enough at that point? Mahoko. Yeah, that's the way I'm going. Like, I compare the Forceman to an endgame raid in an MMO. There are 4 endgame raids. Like, imagine go back in time, play World of Warcraft during the Burning Crusade, and then you've got, like, I guess 4 Gruuls, but they're all kind of equally strong. Yeah. And they give you kind of the same strength of gear. There's no you don't necessarily have to progress one after another. You know, it's not like you need what am I saying? You don't need white steel equipment to be able to defeat red napalm. You don't need red napalm equipment to be able to beat Black Thunder. They're all just at the difficulty level as the first one released. So it's like you're seeing endgame raids, but every raid is of equal strength. So there's no progression for the whole cycle. And the problem then is with the next expansion, pretty often in MMOs, is your old gear becomes irrelevant. It becomes redundant. Because like the first... I remember one of the big things in Wrath of the Lich King, everyone coming from the Burning Crusade, like the first quest you did in Wrath of the Lich King already gave you better gear than your like endgame raid gear. or it had to be best in slot, like the best item ever. But then even still, like just the sheer raw stats you'd see on like even the first quests of the next expansion of the MMO made any gear in that slot become irrelevant from the previous expansion, like no matter how good it was. And that's just it. They've stretched out this content for more than a year, the Forcemen, and now we've got all the Forcemen shit. What are they gonna do? Add something that makes it irrelevant? I don't know. I think the Forcemen, as fun as they are, they're kind of a mistake in the way that they were implemented. They should have implemented them much quicker. So, yeah. You wouldn't be, I guess, stuck in... I guess what I'm trying to say is they're stretching out the content. They're stretching it out, obviously. Like the 4th tier release, the quests for the 6-star fighters, the Forcemen releasing so far apart. It's an obvious stretching out of the content, and the problem is they're stretching out the content. It's like you're in one expansion of an MMO, because you can see every 10 floors there's a huge jump up in gear value, in fighter strength with the new fighters you can get. Every 10 floors you get a new grade of fighter, you get a new grade of weapons. That's how it's been so far. So we've been in the last grade for way too long, and you know that if this tower is if they're gonna stay within the rules of the game so far, you're gonna get new tiers of fighters, new tiers of weapons and armor, and I don't know. The thing is, all of the things we've got so far, every new decimal tier of floors, this is all in the base game. See, up to floor 40 is the base game. It was a finished product at that point, and they haven't added anything necessarily new, apart from, I guess, you know, the Forcemen, damn it, do I still not have a... Do I legit not have a fire weapon? I hate watching you walk around like that. I want to kill you. Well, that is a fix to the problem they could possibly do. They could add an extra tier to, like they did with the Jackals, the Jackal tokens. They can make the old gear become relevant again. And they do. It's just, I find it unfortunate. Like, I had a view of the future of the game that didn't really conform to what we actually got. And that is that I thought they would have added quite a few new floors by now. And with every series of new floors that they added, they would actually have fresh new looks of weapons and armor as well. Like, they've done that a little bit with the chargers, and I appreciate it. Those are some really cool designs. The TDM weapons, so they are adding in a little of that, the changed stuff, the weapons and armor. The only thing missing now, kind of, if they're gonna add it like that and not just as new blueprints on the new floors, well, the next thing missing is the new floors, you know. New floor designs, more bosses, yeah, just a lot more stuff. Compared to The Binding of Isaac, for instance. That's a game which starts off... it would be really awesome if Let It Die was like The Binding of Isaac, by the way. The first few times you run through the game, you reach an ending, like you could say the 40th floor boss, and after defeating that boss X amount of times, the game actually gets bigger, and you unlock another series of floors, and then the next bosses are unlocked as well. and then you defeat those X amount of times. Are you hardcore? You are hardcore. And a defender. How annoying. Oh god. What a troll. I'm expecting to get hit by that fire sword. Ah, never mind. He's dead. That's the fire weapon. I'm pretty sure I've seen one of those drop before. I guess, never bothered to pick it up. Might as well get this one ready to go. There we go. So yeah, I'd hope for them to add a lot of new tiers of floors, but it hasn't happened. They've kind of stuck with the base game. What did I just eat? Oh, it is what I thought it was. I just didn't notice the health recovery. Then, I don't know with the next update what we're all gonna get. Who knows, maybe they're gonna give us a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, time to get serious. It is insane how quickly they come after you when they're not your primary target. Oh, damn it. The other guy's still after me as well. Damn, damn, damn. I don't really know much, lot more to say about that. The state of the game as it is. I mean, it's obvious they're stretching it out. Like butter scraped over too much bread. Oh, you. Don't you. Ah, asshole. You just negated all of the healing you gave me. Actually, screw you. Ah, man. Yeah, you better not hit me. Yeah, I was just gonna say... okay. Come on. Ooh. Right on the edge. Okay, good enough. Yeah, I was just gonna say, you can get stuck when you lock on. Like, I was locked onto this guy and I was sprinting past, going for the other guy, and I could feel the camera jerking back because I was still locked onto this one. I had to remove lock on, or all kinds of nasty stuff was gonna happen. And I've had situations fighting Pale Wind lately where I've had to worry about being locked on or being not locked on. Like when he knocks me down, I often have to just remove lock on so I know I actually dodge in the right direction after I get up. And if he knocks me down and I'm faced away from him on the floor but still locked on,
I'd want to, if I want to roll backwards away from him, I'll actually end up rolling towards him, because the first roll that happens is based on the way your fighter is facing at the time you're wanting to roll. So when you get up, you know, even though you're facing away from him, you roll to him when you press roll back. And yeah, lock-on messes that up, seriously. So if you want to make sure you don't roll into the maws of the beast on bosses or anything anywhere else, you have to remove lock-on before rolling. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the fireworks are absolutely crazy. But also, I have been hit by a grazing fireworks shot as well. Or if I defend, I can often have just like a superficial hit from the fireworks. Then I'll just get hit by the initial shot, and it won't combo me. There we go. Definitely wanted to pick you up. Get cooked. How many floors are there left to go? Okay, one more floor of combat after this one. I think at this point it goes really quick. These last few floors are pretty short. Alright, final floor of combat.
Yeah, whatchamacallit, the Hollow Knight game is also kind of grindy. I look for grindy games a lot lately because I want to watch a series or YouTube in the background while I'm playing, and I've been avoiding heavy story-based games just because I don't want to have to shut down whatever I'm doing on the side to focus on the game I'm playing. And there's quite a few story-based games that I've got on the back burner that are, you know, that I want to see through eventually. What was that? Omen Sight. I recommended on the channel a minute ago. That was one that I want to carry on with, but it's a pretty story-focused game, so you kind of have to pay attention as you're playing. A lot of dialogue and a lot of talking as well in there, so you can't really, you know, watch or listen to something else while you're playing that. And there's quite a few games like that I have, unfortunately, not able to play them because I'm looking for grindy, meaningless games that I can do other stuff during. You want to poison me? I guess I can't get poisoned. I never did manage to get that armor set. It was never available to me. I think in some European countries the tank set just wasn't on the store. Ha. The best kind of Kangas users. You guys. Yeah, I may just have to. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this laptop. Can I just close it? Will it stop trying to restart if I do that? Will something go wrong? I don't know.
Oxygen free, this is another mixed material floor. So I should really just be looking out for the cloth bits. I'm gonna get another drink quickly. What? Yeah, I did get a new controller because this one's kind of messed up. Too much analog stick squirming around to break free of status effects and things like that. So I picked up Kingdom Come Deliverance because, you know, medieval game. I like the medieval setting, and the story seems to be really good, and I'd like to experience it. Wait a minute, what was that? Oh, it looks like I got a message. I'll check that later. Alright. Good to go. I wonder whether I should close the laptop. He's on a constant reset loop. I'm just going to close it now. I hope it solves itself. I'll check it again tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's the same issue as I had with the last laptop, where it just didn't start up. It took me ages to start it up at some point, and then it just worked again, miraculously, and it kept on working. Oh, you. Okay, lovely. Exactly how you want to fire, how you want to fight it to go. Cook the bird. What are you, an ostrich? Oh yeah, I never did use that vampire fungus. Well, this is the final floor. Mixed materials. Nothing really matters on this floor. Just trying to reach the end. I wonder if I'll find another carbon fiber at the reward room. That would be cool. Got rid of you. You're next. Oh god, that hit. That was a lot of damage. Okay, we've reached the end. Yeah, I've been having issues with people coming after me on my Let's Play account. It's getting better though lately. The more and more I'm upgrading the motorcycle, and whenever they don't have Poison Eater, or whenever they do have Poison Eater, I can really seriously punish the, I guess, Hunter, the Terminator that is sent after me. I just poison them, stand next to him charging up a fully charged motorcycle, and you know, give him one they won't soon forget.
Of course, I can also punch him off the tower in certain circumstances. The worst is when they're prepared and they've got Forceman or Poison Eater and stuff like that, armor that can't be broken. Then I really do need to try and get them one shot with the heavy hitting attacks or punched off. It's just annoying that I have to bring extra resources, especially for the Terminators. Doesn't look good. Nope. Not good at all. Oh well, we got one carbon fiber. Can't complain. I think I'll be doing one more run after this. Decent. I prefer Candlewolf purple. Actually, I haven't had Candlewolf purple in ages. I seem to always get War purple for some reason. Okay, good run. Onward to the next. Yeah, I think the only few games that I'm really excited about from E3 are the Cyberpunk 2077 and Death Stranding, of course. It seems like it's gonna have a really interesting story, Death Stranding, and weird as well. Like the whole babies and fetus thing, and the invisible beings, and Norman Reedus, and that other guy. Seems like it's going to be a very memorable game. Can't wait to finally play it. Don't know when it's going to be out, but not soon enough. That's for sure. Huh. Weird. I thought I had two rats, or two golden rats. Oh well. Alright. Should be good. I'll just get rid of everything that I've got too much. Upgrade the weapon a bit.
Welcome.
There it is. Kind of ridiculous materials. 2 special steel, 5 carbon fiber, 2 alloy 9048, 4 milk 44 CE, and 3 milk purple. I'm gonna take a screenshot. I may already have one, but you know, it does add 450 damage. Quite significant.
Nothing goes wrong under my watch.
Only 7 hours. How long does it take for me to get that expedited? 2 decals, surely. 3 decals. Never mind. What am I saying? Decals. Death metals. I'm tired. This weapon also costs Milk 44 CE. It costs 2 Milk 44 CE to... Wait, what? Oh, this is new. Ah. I don't remember seeing this one. I remember upgrading this one though, the Executioner Ride A. So that one costs Milk 44 CE times 2. And I guess the Into the Pit one costs the exact same materials. Oh damn. Those are annoying materials too. 2 Milk 44 CE. Huh. Oh well. I guess it's... At some point it will be easier to get than carbon fiber. If carbon fiber stays as rare as it is now.
Come back anytime.
Okay. Did I do what I wanted to do? Nope, I forgot. Well, let's go and do that.
Oh, welcome back.
I forgot to use that one. Nope. There.
Come back anytime.
I will be back in a minute. Just need to go get some more carbon fiber. I don't know. I probably might just go up here only on stream days. Because with the hernia, the daily hernia, I'd rather not play the game and just log in every day and check the login bonus for a chance to get carbon fiber than spend a whole day going to floor 49 and not finding carbon fiber. Because it's a much bigger time investment. And there's a lot of other interesting games out there to play, other than Let It Die. Off we go again. Like, I played a little indie horror game yesterday. In fact, I finished it. It only took a few hours to finish. What's it called? Pick up the Switch. Don't even remember the game's name. Bulb Boy. Bulb Boy. And it's about this kid who has a light bulb for a head. And he gets into a horror situation where his whole house gets overrun by, I guess, nightmarish creatures. And you have to run around and figure things out. It's a kind of point and click adventure, but it's not a difficult point and click adventure, because I'm terrible at point and click adventures. I'm really bad at them. I played Grim Fandango, really enjoyed it. I got stuck so many times though. I'm really bad at solving those the point and click adventure type puzzles, because you know there's usually not much freedom that the player gets to solve a problem. The developers have a very specific set of actions in mind to solve a problem, and that you have to find their wacky ways of dealing with things, or their wacky solutions you have to try and figure out. So it's really just an exercise in trying to understand the mind of the developer more than trying to solve a puzzle. And I'm really not good at that. I'm much more happy playing the physical challenge of a game than the puzzle solving situation. Excuse me. So yeah, picked up Bulb Boy because it was only $3, and I think money well spent. It was quite the sick and twisted and also creative, very creative little indie title. Oddly enough though, whenever I start the game up, I'm at the like final sequence, so I may have to delete the game and re-download it if I want to play it over again, because it's like, hooray, you've beat the game. I get whenever I start it up. Like there's no, I don't boot the game up into a menu. It really just boots up into the game itself. And the menus are you know, in-game menus, like where you got, this is all you've got for menus in that game. There's no title screen, and there's no title screen options, so you can't do continue or new game. It just boots up the game in its end game state. But I've also recently finished Smoke and Sacrifice, which is also quite a delightful indie game on the Switch. Hello. Come here, let me murder you. You missed again. Oh, now you're dead. 'Twas all in vain. So yeah, Smoke and Sacrifice. Fun game. Don't really know how to describe it without spoiling anything, but I think I talked about it on my previous stream. So you start off in a, it's well, it's like the old Final Fantasy screen. It's not top down completely, but it kind of is. It's top down in a like slanted perspective. So you're seeing all the like you're seeing buildings and scenery. Just it's standing upright, so you can bump into it. But you yeah, it's like, yeah, not exactly how to explain what plane it's on. I guess the Z plane. I hear people say it's like Don't Starve. I never played Don't Starve, but it really does start you off in a dangerous situation where you have to try and find a way to survive, and there's a lot of crafting going on in the game. A lot of crafting and inventory management and farming. It's actually a really good mindless farmy type game, because you're constantly looking to pick up things to use in cooking or crafting, and everything is useful, you find. Like bits of plants, materials, everything you find lying around is used in some form or another. And yeah, there's a lot of storage, space management as well going on. What could you compare it to? Maybe Don't Starve mixed with Terraria, because it has that kind of progression system in Terraria where you get better equipment. You constantly are getting next tiers of equipment as you're progressing through the game. You're unlocking the ability to deal with certain game elements, and yeah, it seems to unlock in tiers. Like you're able to go here now, and now you're able to make this and that and that, and really a whole bunch of things opens up in tiers and waves like it does in Terraria. Actually, is that Wizard of Legend game finally out on the PlayStation Store? I think it is. Yeah, I think we've been everywhere. I will continue onwards. Well, they could do that, Mohammed. They could increase the login bonus. I've played games like that, what's it called? Skulls and Trucks? Trucks and Skulls? It's like, you know, Angry Birds. It's where you're lining up a projectile and trying to knock down as much things as possible. And you got a login bonus for that game every day you logged in. And if you didn't play a day, I guess you broke the chain of login bonuses. That's a more mobile style gameplay though, gameplay incentive. And I'm not a big fan of that, because I hate it when you feel like you're missing out on things just because you're not playing the game, you know? The reason you started up that game that day was not because you felt like playing the game, it's because you felt like you were going to be punished for not playing the game. And that is never a good thing. A really good way of dealing with login bonus that I've seen recently is how Monster Hunter World deals with it. They give you a daily login bonus, but if you didn't log in for a couple of days, the login bonuses pile up and you can receive multiple days worth of login bonus accumulated for all the days you didn't play, up to a maximum limit, of course, or at least the most important things in the daily login bonus, which is like the bonus gold tokens. You can stock those up to 5 for all the days you didn't play, and that's a really good way of doing it, because you don't make people regret not logging in the game that day, because I guess it's psychological. Forcing people to load up a game because you're giving them a reward, but also with a reward comes not getting the reward and whatever comes with that. One of the worst things I'd ever experienced when it comes to rewards and feeling like you have to get them is in World of Warcraft on the daily quests. So you've got 25 daily quests and you feel like you have to get them all done, because otherwise you're not fulfilling that quota and you're potentially missing out on, you know, whatever progress you were going for. Like if you wanted to grind experience with different factions to get exalted with them, to get maxed out on their experience, you would want to do the daily or weekly quests for that faction, and you'd want to do them every day, no matter how little experience you got. You felt like you had to do them because in the future you would regret not having done them when they were out and relevant in current content. And there's an awful lot of stuff that goes on in MMOs and World of Warcraft specifically that makes you feel like you have to do it. Like you have weekly chores in the form of raids and bosses and raid rewards. And probably some other stuff that I'm forgetting as well that you'd want to do on the weekly. And then you'd also have things that you want to do on the daily. World of Warcraft turned into a job for me. It felt like a job. It's like I'm waking up, I'm going to work in World of Warcraft, I'm gonna do everything that needs to be done on the daily. It gets really, really bad. Like, it can be satisfying sometimes, but it takes a psychological toll. Squished. I did really like the game Smoke and Sacrifice though. It was really grindy. I watched half a season of Gordon Ramsay's Hotel Hell while playing Smoke and Sacrifice. And now whenever I play Smoke and Sacrifice, I'll be thinking of hotels and food and Gordon Ramsay intimidating everyone and, you know, setting everyone straight. Come on, get on with it. You most annoying enemy, you. You missed. Get smushed. I guess I'll take that. Why not? So yeah, I do like the games that don't constantly give you a narrative. In fact, I like those a lot. I guess you could call Dark Souls a game that also doesn't have like a very engaged, involved narrative. Like you could do things on the side while playing that game, and that's always enjoyable. Like a cool story is all good and nice and all, but it's kind of annoying to have to turn off everything and focus your attention solely on the game you're playing. Crush room. Damn, get cooked. I got a feeling the next extremely grindy game that I'm gonna enjoy is Hollow Knight. There, I gotcha. I'm actually already stuck in the game. Like I can think of things to do, but I've explored quite a bit, and there's a lot of backtracking to figure out exactly where I need to go now. But it's a really beautifully designed game. Like the environment's gorgeous, and it isn't a game that constantly has someone talking in your ear, so you can watch something or listen to something on the side as you're playing. Stompy, stompy, stomp. I wonder if I'll bring it to PlayStation. It's on the Switch, and I'm regretting less and less my purchase of the Switch, seeing games come out on it that are not coming out on the PlayStation yet. I can see a situation coming up where I may want to get something on both systems. Because Nintendo doesn't have trophies, and I like trophy hunting and trophy collecting are games that I really like playing. Like I can see Smoke and Sacrifice or Hollow Knight coming out on PlayStation, and then I definitely have to get it again. Just to be able to get the trophy set. Hello. Death burner, thank you. They really don't have to do much to fix Let It Die. All they have to do is give us some new content. Give us some new content and roll back some of your bad decisions. That's just it. Take back some of the bullshit. Give us some new shit. New shit. More new shit. Less bullshit. Problem solved. I mean, I don't know how difficult it is. I don't know what kind of a budget they've got, how much money this game is making. But I feel like there's all kinds of ways you can deal with business. You can do shady business, like being a mobile game, hunting for whales, and still make a decent profit. Or you can be a really good business. You can be The Witcher 3 with a whole bunch of free updates and free content and all kinds of shit. Listening to user feedback, just being a nice game company, a nice game developer, CD Projekt Red. You can do that and make a ton of success just because of your your good name as a company and your quality products. Or you can fall into bad business practice, which is sneakily stealing the pennies out of people's pockets, like spending death medals on a death in Let It Die. And I feel like it's a dangerous path to walk down. It's like the dark side of the Force. It's an easier way of dealing with the issue of trying to make money, I guess, in games as service model. And this game is becoming increasingly pay to win. Hello, can you see me over there? I kind of don't want to ever instigate this guy because it's a Camus. Bullshit Camus. One of them didn't make it. Alrighty. I can't believe what EA did to Command and Conquer. Excuse me. Like, didn't EA kill Westwood? And then they take over Command and Conquer, and now they're turning into a mobile game? That's not alright. Very not alright. In fact, I'm seeing similarities with what happened to Metal Gear Solid franchise. It is a very unfortunate thing. I really liked Command and Conquer series. I loved how they had, like, A-list Hollywood stars, or at least, you know, known Hollywood stars, Hollywood actors playing the cutscenes for like the Red Alert games. That was really awesome. RTS games with a really cool story. Like, you could look up on YouTube right now just Command and Conquer all cutscenes, and if you watch that, especially like the Red Alert ones, that's just, it's like watching a movie. It's an enjoyable watch. It's a good story, good acting as well. Okay, that's a dead end. What is this floor? Cloth only? Where's all the cloth? Man, I think I've been getting the worst floors. Nothing, hardly any resources anywhere. Yeah, I'm not seeing any resources. I may actually play Nier Automata. That's a game with an extremely involved story, and it's something that I haven't finished all cycles on yet. I haven't witnessed all the endings, and I won the trophies for that game. Yeah, I think I'll play some Nier as well. Since my laptop is dead, I can't watch anything and I can't enjoy grindy content. So I'll do something more involved. Candlewolf Zone, here we go. Oh, come on. I still think it's ridiculous, the crossbow damage. It is absolutely ridiculous. I'm wearing red napalm armor that is resistant to pierce, and still I'm taking huge numbers.
Come on, fuckstick. Choke on it.
Alright. Survive that nonsense. Sure. Takes time to cook everything. Actually, I did find the OG slow shroom, slow mungus. So that is something. At least I won't be returning empty-handed. And this is a floor I can skip, because it's the aluminium only. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It wouldn't surprise me if they stealth buffed it though, in the hands of haters. Just to get more kills, or to put more pressure on the player. This game seems to have turned into a game of numbers that can be tweaked. Okay, good. That's the end. Yep. Skipping this floor. The next one's cloth only. I do care about the materials on that floor. Yeah, I know it's kind of vitriolic of me to constantly accuse them of, like, no fair play. But, you know, I'm not gonna be a boxer in a ring just believing that my opponent is 10 times stronger than me in a legitimate, fair way, you know? I'm gonna question it. And when you see things change in the game, and you start questioning yourself if things were always this way, or if they've actually changed, or if you're imagining things. I think things have changed. I just find it difficult to put my finger on it because of how slow all these changes are occurring. But I'd love to be able to get into a time machine and go back to the starting days of Battle to the Top and actually properly take account of everything as it is in that state. Yeah, I'll get you. Hold your horses. And yeah, I think it's a sign of the state of the game as it stands. that I would even question all these things. If I was finding materials at a decent rate, I wouldn't have to, I guess, I wouldn't have to worry about it. I wouldn't have to even question the drop rate or anything like that. But it's like, yeah, things like that can be bad, you know. They can be criticized. Like Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. The Rathalos plates had a extremely low drop rate, to the point at which you had to kill 50 or 100 of them to even get like one Rathalos plate. And that was just an extremely bad drop rate. Like, the site says 1%, but who knows, it might be less than 1%. Okay, did I skip anything so far? Doesn't look like it. Fire weapon. Hello! Name that I cannot read or pronounce. Let's get a move on. Bone tuber. Scratch tuber. Fishies. And turret. I wonder what floor this could be. Carbon fiber? No carbon fiber. Oh well. Better luck next time. Cotton. Don't care about cotton. Yeah, umbrella rip. Also don't care. Purple up. That's not the direction I need to be. I need to find the up green, and it's all going to be green from here on. Alright. I got a feeling this was a terrible floor for cloth. Well, better luck next floor. So they replace it with a shop. Yeah, Mohammed, it doesn't seem to do normal damage. At least the gear is doing decent for durability. I did start off with a new set, and it's still looking quite healthy. So there's that. Should I get a new weapon? I still got a lot of resources. I'm gonna leave it as is. Just annoying that the shop replaced a cloth floor. Oh, look at that. This is going to be the tree room. Well, I like that this floor is being replaced. This is the copper only floor. This happens quite a lot on this route, by the way. If you want to see shop and tree, just try and farm carbon fiber and you'll inevitably see this. Beryllium. Okay, another beryllium. This is pretty good. I mean, I'm getting it on the carbon fiber route. I'd rather get carbon fiber. But beryllium's good too. Beryllium's a resource that is used, that is required for quite a few things. So, happy to have it. quite lucky to find 2 berylliums on 1 floor. Okay, final floor of combat. And after this I'll be going and taking on the war with my Let's Play account to get those death medals. Need all the death medals I can get on my Let's Play account. Last war I participated in, with my Let's Play account, I went up to 10,000 points. And I think I got 132, or like 132,000 death medal, what am I saying, kill coins this weekend. And 3 death medals. Didn't get 4 death medals. And with my main account, I didn't participate in the war at all. But I must have accidentally killed a couple of haters that were on the same team as the enemy. And I ended up with 45 points to contribution in the war. And I got a death medal for that on my main account, because we won. So it seems getting any contribution whatsoever in the war, like the bare minimum contribution in a war, and your team wins, automatic 1 death medal. Seems to be like that, because I can't imagine getting lower than 45 points in the war. You seem to always get like 150 or so minimum for war. When you do a raid, you get that much. Wow, so many people that are not hardcore. Oh shit. Okay, that's what we get. Oh good, a better fire weapon. Yeah, this has been a fast run. I've had very bad floors for materials. Like, ignoring that previous floor, which just gave us 2 top grade materials. I seem to have been given a lot of floors which just don't have any materials whatsoever on them. And this might be another one. Oh, come on. Well, that's a killer combo. I guess I'll hit you with something strong. Oh my god, he's obviously not the main... There's like a main AI and side AIs. And it's only the main AI who will attack you, and all the side AIs are just like doing whatever. Hey, this guy's attacking me now, the other guy's gonna be stupidly defensive. Oh god. I had a feeling that was gonna happen like that. Okay. I still hit him at the end of my swing, but because it's the axe, it has hyper armor. No, I don't have one. I thought I may have a live stream, but that was the last run I did without a live stream. Oh well, full portion. I'll trade a half portion for a full portion. Yeah, bad floors. The worst. And what's in here then? Anything? Nope. Nothing here. I'm not even gonna try and guess what floor this is. I don't know the 30 plus that well compared to some other. I think I have a better chance of guessing what floor I'm on in the 1 to 10 and the 11 to 20. I think I know those floors more by heart than I know Candlewolf and 30 to 40. But there's also a lot more floors on these two. I mean the two top, yeah, dozen. The 20 top floors. Whoa, I almost fell off there. Whoa. Okay. I just realized I forgot to try out my other fighter to climb. I'll probably do that next week. Ultra pure. Yeah, I hope my laptop isn't dead. That would suck. Mahogany. I need carbon fiber though. It could spawn on this floor. It's mixed materials. Okay, Neri. Fingers crossed. That was the last combat section for now, for today. This is the final run. Just gonna see what materials spawn on this floor. It is extremely rarely carbon fiber though, so yeah, we'll see. Doesn't look promising. Okay. No carbon fiber, unfortunately. Damn. Well, at least I got one carbon fiber on the previous run. And I managed to upgrade that weapon again. But considering the sheer number of carbon fiber that is required to upgrade things, I don't know. I think this game is one of those games, or it's turning into a passive game where you just log in every day and hope that you get a good hernia offer and make sure you're diamond. and log in every week to get the 2 platinum bags. Also hoping that there's good resources in that. The other day I got a interesting offer. I got the ×5 special steel from Hernia, and my weekly TDM reward was both platinum bags were also special steel. So I got 7 special steel just instantly, just like that, for not even playing the game. Just randomly. Okay, probably just gonna throw you away, because I've got far too many of you. Yeah, don't need any of these mushrooms. Uh, 214,000. Yeah, definitely. I'll dig into my funds a little bit just to have enough cash to buy something. 15,000. I'll probably just wait till the 7 hours are up and the weapon is crafted, and then I'll buy the Bobslayer +4. A decent enough run, counting the beryllium that I got. That was a pretty good run. Actually, there've been 2 good runs today. A stark contrast with last week, or the week before. Or the week before that, I don't remember, but one of the more recent streams I did, I didn't get anything. I don't even think I succeeded in winning the run. I tried some different build and did terribly. But also I didn't bring this rage move weapon. This helps a lot actually, just knowing you have this trump card to throw in whenever you are stuck in a pickle. Okay, good couple runs. That's it for the stream. If anyone wants to say something, or if anyone's got a question or whatever, ask me now, because yeah, I'm gonna be gone in a minute. I'm gonna end in a minute or so. Yeah, I didn't pay attention much to the E3 like timeline when all these new games are coming out. I got a feeling a lot of them are a ways away. I'd like to know when. I'd like to see when each individual game that I'm interested in coming out, when they are coming out, because it would be cool if some are coming out soon. I do like it when things are announced at E3 and then come out very close to E3 or on the day itself, like they did with Hollow Knight coming to the Switch, and then also they said this one thing is available now. What was it? That battle royale game that people enjoy lately, Fortnite. Wasn't Fortnite coming to the Switch like straight away? Or was that something else? I forget. It was something. Yeah, probably not Fortnite. Who knows? Yeah, anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Gonna go into my alt account and get this war started. Looks like we're gonna win, so I definitely want those death medals. Take care everyone, have a great weekend, and see you all next week.